Hey YouTube, James from the Wyvern Watch here again with a deck profile. This time around it is an update version of my Red Eyes Black Dragon build. This is probably one of my more popular videos in fairness, so I'm hoping that you guys like the changes I've made to the lineup. Not a massive change in fairness. I got quite a few comments on my last profile just saying how you think you should be doing this or doing that, and slightly different ratios. A few people suggested sort of putting extra engines in there, but I didn't really want to do that. I just want to keep this deck pure as it is for now. There's no too much in the way of meta cards in here. It's all sort of pure Red Eyes gas deck. So, like I say, you can always take some of these components out to put more meta competitive cards in if you really wanted to, but that's not the point of this deck for me. This is just a fun deck to go up against and play with your mates at locals. Maybe you won't get much success at locals in fairness, but it is quite a powerful deck actually once it gets hold of the opponent, and once you get your combos going, it can be quite potent. So this is the latest build, guys. See what you think. Feel free to send me some more comments, but of course we are starting with Red Eyes Black Dragon himself. I still not changed the artwork. I still really like this one when it came out. Megapack 22, yeah, so I've had it nearly a couple of years now. I think that's a super looking card, so no intentions of changing that. I appreciate a lot of people will like the OG artwork, but I think that's a better version of it anyway. So 3 Red Eyes Black Dragon, of course, and also 3 Red Eyes Soul, which I still think is a super useful card. So this card becomes Red Eyes Black Dragon while it's on the field or in the graveyard, and if your opponent special summons a monster except during the damage step, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard and special summon 1 Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck. You can only use obviously once per turn. Quick effect, and then you can target 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon you control, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the monster's original attack. And again, that is also that's a once per duel effect. I keep forgetting that was a once per duel. But yeah, super useful card, of course. I believe it's a 3 of. The other 3 of is one of the changes that I've made. So I believe I've got my ratios completely messed up when I've got 3 Black Stone of Legend as opposed to 3 Black Metal Dragons. So someone's quite rightly pointed me in the right direction. So 3 now Black Metal Dragons. So you can target 1 Red Eyes monster you control, equip this monster from your hand or field to the target. It gains 600 attack, and if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 Red Eyes card. So again, another searcher, of course. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, this card, as much as I like it, and certainly the older decks would be playing at 3, it is a bit of a brick when you've got 2 of them in your hand. So it's been reduced back down to 2 now to hopefully get the ratios correct. Most of you are fairly familiar with this card, but just in case you're not, you contribute this card and special summon 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck. If this card in your graveyard, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, add this card to your hand. So just obviously a little bit of recursion there. Another 2 of, this hasn't changed, so this is Red Eyes Baby Dragon. So when this card is destroyed by a battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck, and if you do, equip this card from the graveyard to it. It gains 300 attack, and if this card is sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster, you can add 1 level 1 dragon monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, which of course would probably be more likely to be Black Metal Dragon potentially. Next 2 of is the Gear Free, the Red Eyes Iron Knight. Once per turn, if either player equips an equipped card to this card, you can destroy those equipped cards. Then you can destroy 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. And then once per turn, you can send 1 equipped card you control that is equipped to this card to the graveyard. Then target 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from in your graveyard and special summon it. Nice little thing, especially with having the Red Eyes Black Metal Dragons. Sorry, just Black Metal Dragons. It's definitely not a Red Eyes monster, as we have pointed out before. So, a series of 1-ofs now. most of these haven't changed, but if we start with the fella himself, so you've got Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Sorry, someone's trying to call me here, get rid of that. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, obviously that's the sort of OG artwork and text, of course. So we just need to make sure you've got Neuron available, because the text has changed, of course, and it's been muted somewhat. We've still got Red Eyes Archfiend of Lightning, Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, Red Eyes Alternative Black Dragon, Red Eyes Wyvern, and the newer one, which of course I mentioned in the last profile, but this is Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon. So you can send one level 5 or higher normal monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, then increase its level by 1, and then during your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from the graveyard, add 1 Red Eyes Fusion from the deck or graveyard to the hand. You can only use each effect of Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon per turn. So very much a useful card. A little bit of testing at the moment. I'm sure you guys will be quick to correct me on the ratios when you see that I've only put 1 in there. It might be a 2 or even a 3 to be potentially on that one, and I might have to start thinking about dropping some of the older components. But obviously each of these components are here for a reason. So, you know, they're all here for the potential of a fusion summon, which obviously the fusion monsters will come out in a little while. One of the fusion material monsters, of course, is Dark Magician, still using the same artwork for this guy. We all know why he's in the deck. Quickly moving on to spells. So we are still playing, and still the reprinted Red Eyes Insight. So God knows how much you're having to pay for these now if you want to build Red Eyes. But it's always in there. So send 1 Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard and add 1 Red Eyes spell trap card from the deck to the hand once per turn. But of course, we're loading up the graveyard as well as searching out probably Red Eyes Fusion. Speaking of which, Red Eyes Fusion is still, I would say, at a 3 of. Can't see any reason why you would play any less, but obviously fusion summon 1 fusion monster that lists Red Eyes monster as material from your extra deck using monsters from the hand, deck or field as fusion material, and if you do, its name becomes Red Eyes Black Dragon, and you cannot normal or special summon other monsters the turn you activate this card, but obviously it's your main way of getting to some of the fusion monsters that we have available to us. Next 3 of is the Return of the Dragon Lords, of course. Special summoning from the deck, from the graveyard, sorry, but also giving you a bit of safety as well against destruction. Really neat. Those secret rares from the Kyber set were really pretty. I might need to get another playset of those. And then a few too. Also, we've got cards of the Red Stone, mainly because I just want to make sure I'm playing all of the Red Eyes cards that are made available. So, well, most of them at least. Send 1 level 7 Red Eyes monster from hand to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. Then you can send 1 level 7 Red Eyes monster from the deck to the graveyard. And that's all once per turn, of course. Loading up the graveyard once again. Still playing 2 Dragon Nails as well, which is one of the sort of newer supports. Equip only to a dark monster, it gains 600 attack. Also, it cannot be destroyed by a opponent's card effects, full stop. If this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster was destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon that monster. And if you do, equip this card to it, but banish it when it leaves the field. Really nice, especially obviously if you're going to be using it in line with Gearfried, but really it could be used on any monster that. Piercing the Darkness, still playing 2 of those as well. So if you normal or special summon a non-token normal monster except during the damage step, you can draw 1 card, full stop, so obviously continue a spell. And when an attack is declared involving an opponent's monster and a monster you control that is level 5 or higher normal monster, or was ritual summoned using a normal monster, or was fusion, synchro or XYZ summoned using a normal monster as material, you can make that monster you control gain attack equal to the monster's original attack. Sorry, just monster's attack until the end of the turn. That's really useful because quite obviously a lot of the fusions you're going to be using your normal Red Eyes Black Dragon in order to make it so those effects become live. We're still playing the 2 Red Eyes Fang with Chain. Target 1 Red Eyes monster you control, equip this card to it. You can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. and you can send this equip card to the graveyard, then and then target one effect monster on the field. Equip that target to the monster this card was equipped to, and if you do, while a monster is equipped to it, by this effect, its attack and defense become equal to the original attack and defense of the equipped monster. Again, it's a nice, it's just so fitting for the deck, and of course it's very, very good looking card as well, of course. Last two of is Red Eyes Spirit. Target one Red Eyes monster in your graveyard except Red Eyes Bleed Chick, which obviously most of them say that, and special summon it. Nice and simple. And last but not least is one copy of Return of the Red Eyes. So if you control a Red Eyes monster except Red Eyes Bleed Chick, you can target one normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it. If this card is in your possession, is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Red Eyes monster in your graveyard except Red Eyes Bleed Chick, special summon it. And it's once per turn, of course, but yeah, really, really useful. Of course, it's a continuous track. So guys, that's the main deck lineup. On to the exciting extra deck. So obviously this is where things start to spice up a little bit. We'll start with the XYZs, of course. So we are still playing 2 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, 1 number 11 Big Eye, and 1 Divine AA Zeus, Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. So that's it for your XYZs lineup. You're pretty much constantly going into these guys anyway. Number 11 is a bit of a just an option really, apart from anything else. I've managed to keep these as the ultimate rare ones. They're really, really pretty. I'm so glad I got them because I think they're a little bit on the expensive side now, to be honest. But yeah, they're difficult to get in really, really nice condition because obviously they've been used, they've been hammered. Big Eye in ultimate rare as well. That's more difficult to get hold of now as well. This one's just the original print secret rare. But yeah, really nice. That's your XYZs lineup so far. Then the fusion lineup, as this hasn't really changed, so we've still got Archfiend Black Skull Dragon. We've still got Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, of course. We've still got Meteor Black Comet Dragon, and of course one Red Eyes / Dragon as well. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I had, was it Comet Dragon in the main deck on the previous build? Let me just remind myself, I think I've taken it out on there as well. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Meteor Dragon Red Eyes Impact. I had that in the lineup last time, but of course, don't need that now because the newer guy, wherever he's gone, Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon now fits the bill for the summon of Meteor Black Comet Dragon, so it's just 1 level 6 dragon monster, so that fits the bill for that one. So yeah, Impact Dragon took a hit on that, so that's out of the deck, and obviously the new guys replaced it. Sorry, those are out of line. Just neaten those up a little bit. So the Slash Dragon, of course, is Gearfried, that's the warrior monster. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, of course, and what is it? I forget his name now. Archfiend of Lightning is still in the deck to get this guy out as well. There's your fusions. Then on to links. So we have got Relinquished Anima as standard. We've got Saruman Great Almirage, also standard, and Imduke the World Chalice Dragon. All useful, obviously. You know, they've got their own effects, I'm sure I don't need to run through those. Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, 1 Nightmare Phoenix standard in most of my decks. Just nudge those up a little bit. We've got a few more links than I first imagined. We've still got the Ultimate Rare Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. Again, works super well in this deck. And last but not least is Black Metal, the Dragon of Dark Steel, which I see as a Red Eyes card, but it isn't. But, you know, it probably doesn't get summoned an awful lot. But I just like its aesthetics and it goes with the deck well. That's the end of the extra deck and indeed the end of the deck profile. So I really hope you like the sort of small changes I've made to the deck. I just think that the components are ace. I love this deck to bits, honestly, I always have. This is probably my favourite of the, Dark Magician, Blue Eyes Black Dragon and Red Eyes Black Dragon. You know, of those 3 decks, I still think that this is probably my favourite. It's probably the weakest one as well, to be fair, but it's still great fun, and honestly, I really do enjoy it. I hope you guys do too. Keep the comments coming, guys. Really appreciate all your help and support, and we'll see you on your next profile, on our next profile. See you again. Bye bye.